Do I regret painting my Mustang? Yes. No. Kinda. Let me explain. Oh man guys, what is going on today? D Creator here, back with another video. In this video we are going to talk about, do I regret painting my Mustang? Let's just go ahead and jump into the video and go ahead, let's talk about the time. Guys, the time that it took for me to paint this car, I want to say it almost took me a whole year to paint the whole car. Like, I didn't even take everything apart like how most body shops do it. It took me so long, and it was hard for me to make any progress with painting the car. It didn't necessarily help with the fact that I was working a full-time job trying to paint this car. It also didn't help that I was painting it during the winter time. I started it in fall, kind of summer towards fall, beginning of fall, and I didn't really start painting the car until winter. It was cold, it was freezing. I didn't start painting the car until like January or something like that. That played a big role on how the paint cured on the car. And on top of that, every time I worked on painting this car or prepping it or getting ready for paint or whatever, it was hours. I was hours outside in the garage, probably 7 p.m. to like almost 3 a.m. So I was working on the car non-stop for hours after I get off work, and then had to go in the next morning, redo the process all over again. I was very tired. It was really hard on me. It was also really hard on my wife too. For one, I wasn't really spending much time with her or the animals, but it was extremely hard for me to get what I want done all in one day when there wasn't enough hours in the day. And not to mention the mess that I had to clean up every single night. Yes guys, the mess. There was a mess every single night. Since I was painting the car in my garage at my house, there was always something that I had to move out the way. I had to clean up. It was just so much going on that I couldn't even use my garage. I had one car in the garage the whole entire time of me painting the car. I'll have the car over here and then have pieces of the car over here. Not only that, but after I got it painted, I had to deal with the paint supplies, for as like cleaning the paint guns. The other stuff I had to deal with was overspray. There was literally overspray everywhere in my garage. Look how much overspray is on my compressor. So you see, that's a lot because that was in the garage. I had a shed in the backyard and I was painting in my garage, and I had overspray on the stuff in the shed in the backyard. There was overspray inside of my car. I had to clean out. Matter of fact, let me see. It's not as bad, but you can see a little bit of overspray on the door panel. And with overspray, that comes with dust from sanding, cutting, fabricating. The dust was brutal. Make sure you have one of these because the dust is, my eyes were so irritated, my allergies was acting up. I have a history of asthma, so that really did not help. So just keep in mind, you gotta worry about all that stuff. Take care of yourself, or else you won't be able to take care of what you painting. And since we was talking about all the stuff that got all the dust and the overspray on it, that leads us to how much space we actually had in the garage. And guys, if you enjoyed this video right now, please go ahead, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to try out some stuff to see if I can get my views up and trying to get my subscribers up. At 900 subscribers, I am going to do a challenge. And if you go into my community tab on my YouTube channel, you'll see the poll. I'll show you a picture where the poll is at now, right here. So you get to pick between these four, whichever one you pick, whatever it is. At 900 subscribers, I will do a live video on it. Make sure you watch that. It's gonna be one heck of a video. It's gonna be funny. I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, tell them to subscribe, tell them to watch the videos and stuff. And we gonna get to 900 subscribers, and y'all gonna have a big old fun time laughing at my misery. But it'll be okay. It'll be worth it for you guys. As most people know, the space in a 2-car garage, it's enough for 2 cars. That's about it. This garage is actually smaller than the one we worked at, but just give you a good visual look. There's not really that much space to take a hood off of a car, to take doors, a trunk, a bumper, spoiler. It's not really that much space. Not to mention to have a compressor, to have like a paint booth, to have like a sanding booth. It's not really ideal to paint a car in a 2-car garage. I'm not saying that it's impossible, because clearly it's not. I did it, but whew, it was so hard for me to try to do anything in the garage without knocking over something, bumping into something. For example, I took off my mirrors. All right, I took off my hood and I took off my shaker and all that good stuff. I was over here trying to sand on my fender, and while I was sanding on my fender, I had my mirrors and stuff just sitting on boxes over here. I literally was not paying attention. I just straight up kicked the box that had my mirrors on it and just had my shaker and had my hood on it, and that was just a catastrophic failure right there. Like, everything went down. I was freaking out because I thought I broke my mirror. It was too much going on. I literally had to just pick up everything, go back inside, and just start over the next day. That's how bad it was for me. And since we was in a 2-car garage, there wasn't really that much ventilation going on. I had a fan, I had a little small window in the garage, and I also had a back door in the garage that leads to the outside. I had the back door open, I had the fan on. Even with that, that still wasn't enough. I still had white nose hairs, I still had overspray and dust just everywhere in the garage. The ventilation in a 2-car garage is not ideal to paint a car. It is terrible. But do I really regret painting my car in a 2-car garage? No, actually I don't. Why? Is because of the experience that I got from out of it. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of problems with the mess, the overspray, the moving stuff around, just all types of stuff, but it all worked out. Now the question is, how is my paint job? After a year of having it, how is my garage paint job? Well, besides the fact that it fell off the trailer, I would say everything on it is still pretty good, besides the fact that it's dirty. But I mean, still pretty crystal clear. I mean, guys, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here or anything like that, but I'm pretty impressed with this paint job, especially for my first time doing it. Honestly, did not know it was going to turn out this well. I am extremely surprised about how it turned out, especially within the conditions I was in. I did have a few runs here and there in the trunk because of how close I was to the garage door. I didn't have that much room to spray the paint gun, but still I fixed that and it looks pretty good to me. Okay, what I would do differently, I will paint in a bigger area. I need more room than just 2-car garage. A 3-car garage might work, but a 2-car garage is literally just enough to get by. A 1-car garage, I don't even know how you can do that. That's one of those, it's not gonna work out. If I had me a shop that was in the backyard, then of course I would be doing this all the time. Speaking of shop, if I was to have a shop, the compressor would be closed off outside, blocked off somewhere else besides in the actual paint booth and in the actual area of painting, because that thing was so noisy. Every time it turned on, I was like, ooh, why did it come back on? If I was working a full-time job, I probably would have took like a 2-week long vacation in order to get a good chunk of it done. If I could get a good amount done before I had to go back to work, I don't think I would be as stressed out as I was. I don't think I would be as tired as I was when I was painting the car, because I feel like if I had more time, everything would be better. Guys, if you could do me a favor, go ahead and check out my playlist of painting this car and see how you enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it, but it's like right there. Go ahead, click on it, and I'll see you guys in the next video, all right?